It is Sunday, the 9th of June 1974, and the St Louis Cardinals are visiting the San Diego Padres. The game you're about to listen to is a reconstruction 51 years after the original game. Information was sourced from several sites and records, including RetroSheet.org and SportsReference.com. This broadcast should not be considered a complete or fully accurate historical record. Nevertheless, this is our story of the game.
Thanks there, Sally, for the traffic. Big queue up there, coming up the I-5 in the I-8 junction. Well, you know, of course it's going to be gummed up there. When you're coming down the I-5, heading over the I-8, because just a mile or so down there you will find San Diego Stadium, and ourselves here as we welcome the St Louis Cardinals to the San Diego Padres. It's game 3 in what will be a 4-game series, and the Padres have won both of those games on Friday and Saturday night, so this will decide if the Padres can take away a winning rubber here, or if St Louis are going to take it to Monday and try to split the series. Ewan Spence here up high in the booth, looking down on a stadium with the crowd still coming in here on a bright and breezy sunny afternoon, but it's not a huge amount of breeze, just a little bit to flutter the flags and not much else. So we're going to be looking at a clean day for the hitting, and that hitting is going to be all important. St. Louis Cardinals posted 17 hits in their 2 games already, but only managing 3 runs. Yeah, get yourself on base is always key, but you got to get yourself around 3 more to get the runs on the board. Okay, we're getting close to the start time now, so let's just have a little look down at the batting order of the St. Louis Cardinals. Opening up will be left fielder Lou Brock. Ted Sizemore from second base batting second, and batting third is going to be the right fielder Reggie Smith. Batting fourth, catcher Ted Simmons. Batting fifth, center fielder Bake McBride. And batting sixth will be Joe Torre over from first base. Closing out the order, batting seventh is third baseman Ken Wright. Batting 8th is your shortstop Mike Tyson, and batting 9th is your pitcher Bob Gibson. If you're looking for the old pros, going to be looking to stop the Padres scoring, give the Cardinals the best chance possible, you couldn't choose better than Bob Gibson. Okay, defensive lineup for the Padres. Across the top, Nate Colbert, Johnny Grubb and Bobby Tolan is your left, center, right. Enzo Hernandez is your shortstop. Your Ted Rogers 3-2-1 going across the middle. Dave Roberts, Daryl Thomas and Willie McCovey. Roberts at third, Thomas at second, McCovey at first. Catching is going to be Bob Barton, and throwing the ball down and looking to get that series up to 3-0. So we have the winning game going to the Padres and a chance to sweep tomorrow. Bill Grief is going to be your pitcher. Signal given that the warm-up should be over, so just a quick note on our umpires. Home plate umpire and chief umpire for the game today is going to be Ed Vargo. Bruce Frumin over at first, John McSherry over at second, and Phil Rung at third. It's been a consistent umpiring crew as you would expect for the game, and as we get close to the top of the hour, we'll be getting underway. Your 1, 2, 3 as a reminder: Lou Brock, Ted Sizemore and Reggie Smith, your 1, 2, 3 for the Cardinals. Bill Grief sets, wind, and we open up with a foul ball going straight down the right-hand line from the left-hander Lou Brock, and the Padres are ahead 0-1 straight away. Comes back in there. Pitch coming in high, just trying to get an eye on the swing for Lou Brock, and we're going to bring that one in more. And that's fouled off once more, goes down the right-hand line again. Lou Brock looking to swing hard straight away, but it takes the count to 0-2. Just taking a moment to size up what's going to be coming down now. Wine takes up their pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike three. It's a slider. It goes from Grief in above Barton, and the strikeout is awarded straight out the bat. So it's 1 up, 1 down so far. Bill Grief making sure that he gets what he's looking for to give the Padres the best defensive start possible. Stepping in now, Ted Sizemore with an impressive 1 home run in the season so far. Sizemore looking to get a little bit more pace on a match last year, but batting 277 so far. Which comes down there, and that's going to be a foul high over the backstop as we go 0-1. That's taken once more, which comes down, and that's another slider going inside though, so count goes equal low, 1-1. Little shake off there from Grief on Barton's decision there. Second sign from the catcher is going to be accepted. Pitch comes down, and that goes inside again. A little bit more pace on that one there as we go 2-1. Sizemore just stepping back there. Taking a moment to do a practice swing in the left, stepping back into the box now, right-handed hitter. Takes a moment there, pitch comes down, and that's looking for the outside, called a ball. Go 3-1 on the count. One comes down, and that's going to be inside low again, and the walk is awarded. Ted Sizemore getting himself up to first base there. Crowd not too plussed about that one. It's really just getting everybody in. I think the traffic jam's still giving us just a little bit of time to get the crowds in. A lot of them heading probably down to the beach. I wouldn't surprise me if they're heading to Tijuana just for an evening. Right fielder Reggie Smith is going to come in and bat third for the Cardinals. 1 away, 1 out. And there's 1 runner on base with Ted Sizemore. Pitch comes down from Grief. Strike 1 straight through the zone. Fastball is there for 0-1 count. Teasing him there, looking him draw the swing. Not taking that, Smith just wait. And the 0-1 goes 1-1 as that one goes wide on the outside. 1-1 there, 1 away so far. Smith still has teammate Sizemore sitting there on first base, looking to get a little bit of distance if at all possible. Pitch comes down, and that's going to be hit high, and it's going to fall short, and Johnny Grubbs picks that one up in center field comfortably and just flashes the ball over to Del Thomas at second. So that's a second out there on a fly ball just short center field. Ted Sizemore held at first base. 2 away. Bill Grief just giving the nod back to his outfield there. Catcher Ted Simmons comes in now. Ted didn't play yesterday, but comes in on a season 293. 30 RBIs in the book as well. It would be a hefty hit to bring his teammate home from there, and fouls that one there. Switch hitter deciding to hit right-handed, so pulls that one down the third base line. So we go 0-1. Bill Grief again shaking off another sign from Bob Barton. Shakes off one more and decides he's going now. There we go, goes to the outside of the plate, and that's ball 1, so count goes equal low, 1-1. Ties that one up, confidence comes in there. Next pitch comes down, and that's going to go for a ball again. Simmons watches that one sit on the outside. Two, 1 on the count. And that 2-1 goes to 3-1. Grief staying on that outside, just trying to paint the outside line and not finding that there. Comes back in, and now the delights of Simmons going, are you going to throw it there once more? Or are you going to try and bluff there and bring me elsewhere? Pitch down, and that's fouled high. Simmons getting underneath that one, but it goes foul over the backstop there, and we get a full count. And we get 2 outs as well, so all the lights are on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Ted Sizemore looking to try and work himself over if at all possible, but it's not happening yet. Pitch comes down, and this little grounder goes up. Pick base, second base, picked up there. And Thomas throws that over McCovey in time there, and Ted Simmons run out there at first, and that's 3 away in the end of the top of the first innings there. It's just the 1 walk given there as Ted Sizemore gets over to first base, but nothing extra coming out of that one there. Closing out with that ground out. Simmons hitting the ball right over to Darryl Thomas, and then it's a general throw down to Willie McCovey at first to retire the side. Line up now as we go into the bottom of the first. Home team San Diego Padres are gonna up with right fielder Bobby Tolan first in the batting order. Gonna be followed second in the order, Enzo Hernandez at shortstop. And Nate Colbert coming in from left field will be batting third. Fourth, first baseman Willie McCovey. Fifth, Johnny Grubb coming down from centre field, and sixth in the batting order will be our second base, Darryl Thomas. Dave Roberts will start the closer of the order, batting seventh. Third base, Bob Barton, our catcher, will be batting eighth, and closing out will be Bill Grafe in the number 9 spot. Offensive lineup for the St Louis Cardinals. Lou Brock, Big McBride and Reggie Smith are going to be our 1, 2, 3 left, centre, right. 1, 2, 3, we'll get to that, hold on. Shortstop Mike Tyson. Ken Wright will be your number 3, 2 will be Ted Sizemore, Joe Turtle will be your number 1 for you. Ted Rogers right, Sizemore on Torrey across the middle. Ted Simmons is going to be catching, and it's going to be the long tenured Bob Gibson doing the pitching for the Cardinals. Padres 1, 2, 3. Bobby Tolan, Enzo Hernandez, and Nate Colbert will be bringing that through. Unchanged lineup for 1 through 8 from yesterday's game. That game, just a sneaking victory for the Padres, just by the 1 run in a 4-3 game. Okay, Bobby Tolan steps in and is ready to get the bottom of the first underway. And Gibson to open up to Simmons is going to throw, and it's going to be a ball, and that's going to the outside high. Both pitchers traditionally opening up by going high, and they're just getting a read on their banner, and also just to get an idea of the zone that Ed Vargo is going to be supplying them as the umpire. And that's for another ball. Tolan just watches that one, goes past and takes the count to 2-0. Gibson, much like Grief, looking to find where the outside of the zone is. Ready for one more. It's a 2-0, and that goes 3-0. Just painting the outside of the zone as well, trying to find the space. Not quite getting there, but knows where he's going. So let's see if he's just going to try and draw Tolan in to take that once more. Goes in, there we are, line drive goes out, picked up by second base. Gibson's running in to take that on the underarm throw to first base there, and that's it. And we have a called out there for Tolan on a 4-1. Those of you looking there, Joe Torre had just sort of stepped back a little bit too far. They're expecting something a little bit faster from Bobby Tolan, so Bob Gibson having to come down and do the necessaries there. But anyway, 1 up, 1 down, 1 away. So Gibson will be happy with that as he turns in to face Enzo Hernandez. Only 234 for the season is our shortstop. And first pitch comes down there, and that's going to be a ball. Gibson now looking for the inside. Swing to get that. Comes back once more. Pitch comes down. And he's going to get the strike there on the inside middle. So he's certainly got the inside now lined up as we are 1-1. Gibson has a habit of just liking to defend the inside and the outside. Pitch comes down there, it's another. Goes inside for 2-1 count. And there's just one more. It's another inside. Both pitchers just trying to see where Vargo is going to leave them space to play with. Defense stepping in once more. 3-1. And that's going to be hit high. It's going to go foul down the first base line. No, Joe Torre's going to get himself under that if he can, and does get that one there. Caught out in foul territory there. And that's 2 away. Hernandez steps back to the dugout. Nate Colbert coming in now. Left fielder. 2 up, 2 down so far for Bob Gibson. Coming off ground out and fly out so far. First one comes in from Colbert and lets that one go past him for ball 1. It's trickling high in the zone there. Gibson shakes one off. Brings that one up into the shoulder, swings down. There we go, there's a swing from the bat as well, as that's going to go high and fall down by second base, and Ted Sizemore takes that one there. Pop flies out at second base, so it is a 3 up, 3 down for the Padres. So we are going to close out the first frame. Nothing for the Cardinals, nothing for the Padres here at San Diego Stadium. And a game that is well, yes, it is to grab this series as well. But if we look back into May and June when the Padres visited the Cardinals, that was a sweep by the Cardinals there as well. So it's Cardinals 3-0 for the season when they came down here to visit the Padres. But the Padres have put 2 on the board as well, so it's a 3-2. This will be to equalise out the head-to-head if San Diego can take that, or and have the Cardinals looking to go into a Monday's game here with a chance to equalise out this series and stay ahead in the head-to-head if possible. Afternoon game here at the weekend, so we've got a whole bundle of games taking place around the country. We'll keep you up to date with the scores as we go through. Padres are going to be keeping an eye on the game that the Giants are playing. Giants are going to be playing the Pirates, and well, Padres 21 back, Giants 12 back, so that's the one to keep an eye on as well. Astros also 12 back as well, and they're playing the Mets. Although you got to think the Astros have got a little bit of an edge in there. No scores on the doors as yet for our two teams, as we get ready to head into the second inning. St Louis Cardinals, 1, 2, 3 is going to be Bate McBride, Joe Torre, and Ken Wright. Strong heart of the order. Ken Wright's batting triple threes as well is going to have to be a danger. Leaning down there, Bill Grafe is going to be staying on the mound into the second inning, and Ken Wright's in the hole, Joe Torre on deck, and we're going to open up as Bate McBride steps in now to open up the top of the second. So far it's all been on the pitchers, and that one there going to be called foul down the right hand line. So not one on the count. Taken once more, not one. Goes 1 and 1. Straight in the glove on an outside. Comfortably outside as well. Point gathered. That freezes up on the top of McBride's shoulders. Pitch comes in, swung and hit high. That is heading up into centre field. It's going to fall short again. Johnny Grubb sprinting in and taking that one on a little bit of the run. Holds the ball up to the crowd there. A little bit of speed, and it's another fly ball caught by Grubb as he heads in fast and hard to get underneath it. And so Hernandez shortstop's just kind of like really? Can I have a go? Yeah, well, maybe I'll have a go there. Joe Torre steps in now, batting 287 for the season. Pitch comes down there, and that's fouled off. A little trickler just getting over the backstop and not much more. So somebody who's bought the expensive seats has a little bit of a souvenir there as we go. Not one. Bill Green throws down one more. Swing and a miss there as we get a count going up to 0-2. Two pitch goes straight into the glove of Bob Barton there. Ball is called, so we're going to go 1 and 2. Just taking a practice swing, stepping back here to the box on the left hand side. 1-2, and that's going to be hit hard down opposite field, down right field, and Bobby Tolan's going to sit underneath that one, and yep, Tolan takes that one there. Johnny Grubb has to do the run in hard. Tolan can just sit there with the feet planted there. Fly ball out of right field for a second out here at the top of the second at San Diego Stadium. No scores on the board just yet, as we welcome in Ken Wright. As mentioned earlier there, batting triples. 3-3-3 for the season. Bill Grief, quiet nod towards Bob Barton catching. Wind up and strike one, straight down Route 1 with the speed there on Ken Wright. Little check-in on Ed Vargo there on the rest of his umpiring crew. Not sure what's that on, but we got a thumbs up from all of them there. Not one. Fouled off there. Trickles towards Padres dugout. Takes us to 0-2. 2 outs so far here in the top of the second. No scores on the doors as the Cardinals are visiting the Padres. 0-2. Strike 3. And with that, the side is retired in order here at the second. 2 flyouts there. Robin Tolan doing the business in the outfield, and strikeout number 2 for Bill Grafe as Ken Wright heads back to the dugout. No runs as yet for anybody, but certainly here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. Bill Grafe going through the order for the first time. Happy with that. And we'll now see if Bob Gibson can carry on and keep the Cardinals' defence as strong. Padres 1-2-3 coming up in the bottom of the second. It's going to be Willie McCovey, Johnny Grubb and Daryl Thomas. Looking for a new set of wheels, but have to trade in your old ones first. Check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. They've got cars of all shapes and sizes listed on the classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans and sports cars. Whether you're training an old faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on their lot. Test drive your dream car today at San Diego's #1 buy and sell on 57 Main Street. Just checking in with Sally. Wants me to remind you that the I-5 is absolutely chocker. So if you're looking to get to the ball game, not quite to the point where I think you might be quicker walking, but do stay listening and we will take you through as we go into the bottom of the second. No runs on the board as yet from anybody. We've got Willie McCovey, Johnny Grubb and Daryl Thomas coming up here as well. Bob Gibson's going to stay batting. Ted Simmons is going to stay catching. Defence for the Cardinals. Looks like we're staying with everything as is so far. Covey comes in first. It's a bit of an eye contact there with Gibson. Needs to have a little bit of history from McCovey, who was up with the Giants, and it's going to open up with the ball. So McCovey in first blood on this one. So we get a 1-0 count. I don't know if his signal was actually passed. I think Gibson's just deciding where he's already going on this one. And fastball fouled off there. McCovey sending that back up to its first base, which, well, Joe Torre's got it at the moment for the Cardinals. And coming in now on the 1-1. Watches that one for a ball, McCovey, so 2-1. Simmons there, catching. It's throwing signals then. Gibson's either taking every one of them or just they've already decided. Now look, there's one pitch being shaken off. Brings next one in. Fouled off there. Count goes equal high, 2-2. No outs yet here in the bottom of the second. Count is 2-2. Willie McCovey facing Bob Gibson. Gibson throws that one high and outside. McCovey lets that one go past, fills up the count, 3-2. Full count, payoff is, it's going to be a walk. McCovey, first base runner for the Padres. Across the walk there as Johnny Grubb steps in from the on deck. 297 so far on the season. Gibson making the decision this time, just slowing the pace down a little bit from McCovey. Comes in for a ball, inside and around the numbers. Runner at first, no outs. Count is 1-0. Johnny Grubb sizing up. Gibson pitches down on the 1-0, and that's hit hard and well. Goes out of right field. That's going to be chased down, but not in time. Lou Brock holds that one, relays that in to shortstop Mike Tyson. So it's going to be a single there for Johnny Grubb, and we're going to get Willie McCovey advancing up to second base and getting into scoring position. First of our base runners to get into scoring position for the evening, and it's the first hit on the board as well. Johnny Grubb adding to that 297 so far. Daryl Thomas steps in with teammates on first and second with no outs. He's got a number of options here. Gibson feeling the first bit of pressure on the batter that we have so far. Pitch comes in, swung on and miss. Fast ball there. Just coming through, strike one. Daryl Thomas goes 0-1. Gibson shakes off that one as well. Takes the note on that one. Daryl Thomas switch hitting. Adding left-handed in this one. That one comes down, and that's hit line drive going down to the right field. It's got distance, it's in the corner. Looking around, McCovey up front from second, and he's going to run home. There's one home. Johnny Grubb hits it over to third, and with that, Thomas is going to push over for second, and he is going to make second base there. One run on the board for a single and an RBI there from Daryl Thomas, and gets runners at second and third there. Smart line drive coming down there. Thomas coming off Gibson, sending that down to the right field corner. Bounces a little bit around in there, allowing McCovey to come in from second and Grubb to move over from first over to third. And not a single, actually, it's a double. A little bit of excitement going on there. Runners at second and third. One run on the board for the Padres. And Dave Roberts comes in to take the mix there as well. And in fact, Thomas isn't going to get a chance to look at the ball as the signal goes from the dugout, so that is going to be pitched well to the outside. We're going to get an intentional walk coming through here. Simmons just tosses that back to Gibson. Gibson tosses that back down for ball two. Toss goes back from Simmons to Gibson. Gibson lazy and gentle. There we are, ball three. And we're going to get there, ball four in a second. So, Padres up by one. Willie McCovey drew a walk initially and then spin it around three bases from Daryl Thomas's RBI double. And right now, there's the Took a little bit of time to throw that final one there, but we've got the intentional walk now. So it's bases loaded as Bob Barton steps in. It's batting .255 for the season. And a really small RBI count, just did 3 RBIs throughout April and May here at the start of June, but no outs so far on the board. Bases loaded. Cardinals have decided they're going to load them all up. First pitch comes down, swung on and missed it again. Gibson's drawing the swing and misses in the game so far. Just grazed the bottom of the zone, I think, so not one there. Bob Barton. One more getting ready to come down. It's going to go foul. Not in 2. Barton pulling that towards the visitor dugout. Cardinals down there, down third base line. So runners in first, second and third. No outs so far here in the bottom of the second, and San Diego Padres drawing the first run there as well to open up the inning. Options here all round. Outfield stepping in just a little bit. Infield stepping in as well. Monaco just waving to Gibson to get a little bit of a pace on there. Yeah, there's just just a stand up there from Simmons, and he's heading out to Bob Gibson to have a chat at the mound, just drawing out the time here. Bob Barton just keeping himself calm. It's a not to count. Bases are loaded up. Yeah, umpire Ed Fargo just heading in as well, not happy. Just, yeah, we need to get some gameplay pace going on here. If anybody's not moving, it's traffic out on the I-5. See if we can get some baseball pace going on here. Not 2 for Barton. Not 2 comes down, and that's hit, and it's going high. It's going to fall just in front of Big McBride, but it is going to actually see the tag up, and Johnny Grubb comes home from third base. Everybody else is going to be moving around there. Thomas moves down to third, Roberts to second as well. It's going to be a sac fly for Barton, but he's going to bring the second run home, and he indicates that to the crowd. Big McBride stepping in to get the sac fly and the tag up there. Grubb brings himself around from a bases loaded third base to the second run on the board. Thomas from second down to third. Roberts from first up to second on Bob Barton's sacrifice fly for the first out of the inning, but that's 2 on the board so far for the Padres. Padres defense holding strong in 2, and they found the first gap in the Cardinals defense here. Bill Grief, pitcher, stepping in now. Bill Grief, much like Bob Gibson, has been making some contact. So 56 for the season so far. Let's look at Bob's. Bob's batting at .214. There we go. Right. Okay, Bill. No RBIs yet, and we're looking to try and bring some of those coming in now. 2 runs, 1 away, runners on second and third. First pitch comes down, and that's going to be fouled off. Trickles over the third baseline there to go 0-1. First time for a pitcher that we've got so far. We'll have Gibson and Grief, assuming everybody stays steady, shortly in the third inning. 0-1 comes down, That's fouled off once more. Grief making contact with the bat as he has been doing through the season, but just not getting it actually into the diamond. Not two comes down, swung on and missed. Strike three. And there's two away so far. Two on the board already, and two still in scoring position, up in second and third. 2 runs on the board, 2 outs, 2 on. And we go back to the top of the order here at the bottom of the second. Bobby Tolan ground out on that unusual one is Sizemore throwing to Gibson. 4-1 for those of you keeping track at home. And that pitch is going outside wide as well. The Cardinals are going to load them up again, aren't they? Yeah, that's going incredibly wide, and yeah, there we go. We're just going to be a little bit faster this time just now. Tolan's going to be given that open first base. So 2 outs. Cardinals are going to deliberately load up the bases once more. And ball 4 there. Tolan not particularly happy with that. 275 batting average comes in with. That's going to stay steady. The 20 RBIs for the season. It's going to stay steady as well. Enzo Hernandez. Cardinals and Gibson fancying that's a better bet there. Flew out in a foul territory down the first base line in the first inning. Opening pitch comes down through the zone, and it's going to be not one there. 2 runs on the board, 2 outs, 3 bases loaded up. Strong swing from Hernandez there. It'll be his first home run of the season if he can make contact. Contact's made there. It's going to go out high. It's going to go long in the left field. It's going back to the fence. Lou Brock is looking to put the glove up and catch that, and it is a catch out there left field. Lou Brock takes that and retires the side on a fly ball going out to left field there from Enzo Hernandez. So side retired, but not after Bob Gibson faces 8 batters throughout the second. 2 runs in the inning, coming off 2 hits, no errors charged to the Cardinals, but the defense did leave 3 out of there on base. Of note, of course, 2 intentional walks to join the 2 runs scored by the Padres there. As we close out the second frame, Padres are up by 2. San Diego Padres 2. And our visitors, the St Louis Cardinals, not yet scored. They were looking to get off the board. It's Mike Tyson, the 8th in the lineup, followed by Bob Gibson before Lou Brock. And the top of the order will give us our 1, 2, 3 here at San Diego Stadium on a sunny afternoon in June. Just having a little look around the scores across the network. Nothing really popping up the huge amount of it. I tell a lie, actually. Just have a look over the Athletic and the Brewers, and that's 3-0 so far towards the Athletic. Little look as to where our teams are standing as well. Padres still anchored at the bottom of the NL West, 21 games behind the Dodgers. Dodgers up there with a 41-16. Padres And 22 wins, 39 losses. Cardinals over the NL East are at the other end of the table though. They're just 2 games behind the league leaders Phillies. Phillies in 30 place, 25 win-loss. Cardinals 27-26. Looking to get a 500 throughout. To get ahead of about the 500 actually. They're going to have to try and avoid it here. 27-26 so far, but behind by 2 here as we go into the top of the third. One, two, three. Mike Tyson, Bob Gibson, and Lou Brock. And Bill Grief back on the mound in the opening pitcher into 3rd inning. And opening up the 3rd with a ball to the inside there. So it's a 1-0 on Mike Tyson. Tyson batting 8 and a 221 for the season. A little bit of clip on the bat as well. 3 home runs so far. 19 RBIs aren't going to be built on just yet. Lead off for the 3rd. And ball 2 gets thrown down there as well, going well low and outside. 2-0 coming off that cutter. Ball 3 stays low. Pitch comes down. Oh, straight off the leg and into the backstop fencing there. Hit by pitch. Tyson just looking back there. Does get himself on first base. So we've got a base runner. Person's 10th Sizemore walk in the 1st. Crowd not particularly happy with that one as well. Bob Gibson steps in now, so we're going to get our second pitcher-pitcher matchup, but it's a first one with Grafe doing the pitching and Gibson doing the catching. Top of the 3rd here, St Louis Cardinals still to score. On the 2nd, so San Diego put their 2 runs on the board to start off the game. Score. Foul there. As we go, another one there from Bob Gibson. As I said, a little bit of a good arm, batting 214. Got a teammate up at first to work with. Mike Tyson with a hit by pitch, making it there. Swing and a miss there. As the count goes 0-2. Gibson gets ready to deliver on this one. 0-2. Line drive goes over, picked up by shortstop. Hernandez relays to Thomas the second, 1 away, 4 out, and down McCovey at first. It's going to be in time there as well there. So double play there as Gibson takes that one line drive, 1 bounce on the ground in front of shortstop Enzo Hernandez. Picks that up. Daryl Thomas covering the second bag. Now there's 1 away, and over to Willie McCovey covering the first bag for 2 away. We do go back to the top of the order now. Brock stepping in now. Reeve struck him out in the first bad appearance, in the first appearance in the game. And first there is fouled off there, high and over the backstop. Not on one. Double plays just cleared the bases. Padres defence doing what's needed. Ball comes down there, count goes equal low, 1-1. Brock with 3:13 coming into the game. And strike two called is that one. Brock watches that one go through the zone. Grief happy with the first pitch called from catcher Barton. 2 away so far, looking to retire the side if possible. And strike three. Off that 1-2 count there, as that comes in low. And it's strike three and the third strikeout from Bill Grief. He's had one per inning. One for the first, one for the second, and one for the third here. Nice and economical there, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, none left on base for the Padres. Hit it out into outfield for a double play, but no errors there as well, all nicely clinical, doing what needs to be done. 3 innings played. It's the 1 walk from Ted Sizemore in the first. Otherwise everybody's in order for Bill Grief and the Padres defense. Stepping in now for the Padres when we head to the bottom of the third. We're going to have Nate Colbert, Willie McCovey and Johnny Grubb. Looking for a new set of wheels, but have to trade in your old ones first. Check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. We've got cars of all shapes and sizes listed on the classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans and sport cars. Whether you're trading an Old Faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream car today at San Diego's #1 buy and sell at 57 Main Street. Well, one of the keys in the game that we were looking for previously was if the Cardinals could get on the board and get some hits and production. They've not been able to manage that on the games on Friday and Saturday, and so far, as I said, just that solitary walk from Ted Sizemore. Bill Grief doing what's needed. On the other side, Bill Gibson, who is going to be coming back in here for the Cardinals. 2 intentional walks on the board. Just the 1 strikeout, but 2 hits sitting in there as well. So we'll be looking just to getting an arrest on that if at all possible. Stepping in, did Nate Colbert, Willie McCovey and Johnny Grubb. Colbert flew out in the first. Steps in ready for the pitch. And fouls that one down there as well, going down first base line. So we go 0-1. Underarm toss there from Reggie Smith, giving one of the fans a souvenir. That is 0-1. And ball there outside for a 1-1. Count goes equal low. 1-1 comes down, swing and a miss. 1-2. Gibson still looking as comfortable as he always does on the mound. There's a 1-2. And it's swing and a miss, strike 3 there as well on Colbert. First one retired here in the bottom of the third. Second strikeout so far for Gibson. Kobe steps in now. Through a walk previously. Watches that one, goes past for ball 1. 1-0 on McCovey. Watches that one, ball 2. Gibson just being a little scatter shot on the outside. Really been throwing for the high, just throwing for the left and right here is Gibson. And strike 1 foul as that again just throws to the outside, and Kobe leans heavily into that one. It's a little bit too late and brings that one down left field line. The 2-1. It's going to be called a strike in just a little moment there, so it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch comes down, and that's hit high, and it's going to fly up. It's going to stay in the infield. Ken Wright, a little bit of a shuffle of the feet, and takes that at third base. And there is the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down so far. Striker and pop out so far as Johnny Grubb. First hit of the game in the second inning steps in now. Pitch comes down. Inside there on that one. Gibson again. Wondering if he is going to find some height in these. He's just swinging left and right there. Ball 2. Another one to the inside. Shaking his head a little bit there. Fluster's coming in. I think he's thinking these are in the zone, and he's just trying to just get that settled in. Ball 3. That Vargo indicating it's going to the outside. As he just steps back there. Ball 3 gives us a 3-0 on Johnny Grubb. Drew a single previously. And in fact, Gibson's just waving. Gibson's waving Simmons to the side, and is just going to walk him up there as well. Johnny Grubb takes himself up to first base there. I mean, it's not an intentional walk called from the dugout. That's just Gibson deciding he's going to do a slow toss to the. I'll let the scorers work that one out there. Walk is given, so Padres have another run on. Padres getting Johnny Grubb up at first base once more. Previously, he had Rory McCovey in front of him, and just now it's just the 1-on. 2 away so far here in the bottom of the third. Daryl Thomas steps in. Gibson throwing down the heat on that one there. Strike one. Rising just a little bit there in the middle of the zone for not one. Two away though, so he's just looking to finish out this inning if possible. Takes that one back. Grounder goes up to first base, but it's going to be a comfortable stop, and Joe Torre, 2 steps to put the foot on the bag of the side, is retired. Tony Gropp there getting himself a walk up to first base in peculiar circumstances. But other than that, nothing coming off there. Strikeout, pop out, and gentle unassisted there. Joe Torre at first base. No runs, no hits there for the Padres in that inning. Just the one left on base, and no errors charged either. So we're going to come back there as we go into the fourth. St Louis Cardinals are going to have their 2-3-4 in the batting order. Ted Sizemore, Reggie Smith and Ted Simmons are going to be up there waiting. And in the meantime, we will take a pause for station identification. You're listening to the KCBR network here, bringing you baseball from across the country every week. Today from San Diego. So for the fourth coming up. Cardinals still to get off the board, nothing as yet. Padres have 2 on the board coming in the second frame. Which saw the bases loaded twice from intentional walks. Ted Sizemore coming in now, and will be opening up the fourth for the Cardinals. True genuine walk, if you want to believe in such a thing, in the first appearance. And that's going to come down for ball 1 here in the fourth. Sizemore coming in, 277 still there on the board. Graves throwing down there, and does that to the outside for ball 2. Reef going into the fourth inning. Key here for the Cardinals is actually find a way to get the hits on the board. As I said, just the 3 hits so far in the series so far, and there's another ball going through. It's well to the outside, slightly high. Grief will be lucky he got away with that one, to be honest. Two and all comes in. It's high. It's just going to be left there. Sizemore will quite happily take a 3-0 count. And that's going to be ground out, goes to second base, picked up comfortably. Daryl Thomas throws that down to Willie Nakobe, and there we are, 1 away, and the ground out there. Sizemore reached first base on a walk previously, but nothing there for his second appearance at the plate. Reggie Smith comes in from the deck now, flew out deep, flew out shallow to center field actually. Johnny Grubb doing a little bit of a run in to get that previously. And strike 1 as Grief throws that one in fast, hard and high. Reggie Smith, and that's one to go, but it's just sneaks in the zone. Reggie Smith was expecting that one high there, a little glance back. Shake of the head from the umpire. Not one. Ball 1. 1-1 on the count. We go equal low. Smith letting that one there just go slightly to the outside. Next one comes down, 1-1, goes inside, ball 2. 2-1 on the count. And 3-1 there. Ahead in the count there. Grief just stepping back to take a moment, and that's counts going 3 balls to Sizemore, 3 balls to Smith. So they're going to shake that off there. Steps back in. G. Smith with a 3.74 for the season, dropped slightly after that fly ball previously. And that's going to be hit in, and it's going to go up. It's picked up by Daryl Thomas, who throws that to Covey. No, it's an overthrow. But Covey not able to get out to that in time, so it's going to be Reggie Smith up first on error. And that's going to be credited as a fielding error on McCovey. Just out of place, and I'm not sure on that one. It looks more like a bad throw, but there we are. We'll let that go situationally, though. The Cardinals have got their next base runner. 1 away so far, and they're down by 2. Cardinals 0, Padres 2, as Ted Simmons steps in now. Got his teammate over there on first, and fouls that one off down first base line. Ted Simmons switching, deciding to bat left-handed on this one. Takes a moment to gather. Watches that one go past there. Count goes 1-1. Counts equal low, 1-1. Bill Grief doing the pitching, Bob Barton catching. Ted Simmons sizing up the swing. 1-1 comes down, and that's going to be contact, and it's going to be hit high, it's going to be hit hard, it's going to go long, and it's going to be out of the field. And drops there over as Ted Simmons puts the home run on the board, and not only does he get the first run for the Cardinals, that is going to push Reggie Smith all the way around as well. It's an RBI 2 on the one swing off the bat. Game is tied back up again. It's 2-2. Reggie Smith reaching on error. Simmons taking a 1-1 count and sending that high over right field. Nate Colbert just having to watch that from left field. Johnny Grubb from centre field, and Bobby Tolan out there in right field, just not having a chance of getting in that one at all, even with the high 19-foot wide wall. Comfortably over and out. So game is tied up, and Bate McBride is going to come in now. Pitch comes down, and that's just, he's just, hit by pitch called on that one. Just glances off the arm there, so Bate McBride, that's Reggie Smith after reaching on error. Bate McBride now reaches on a hit by pitch off a not count as well. Bill Grief perhaps a touch rattled after the home run signed there. So Joe Torre is going to come in as well. Just like Ted Simmons, going to face a situation where he's got a bonus teammate sitting at third. Terry flew out deep to right field previously. Defence is just taking a few steps back as well. Ball one. Did say earlier that the Cardinals' key was going to be trying to find the hits. Well, at the moment, just the one hit, but 3 reaching base so far in this inning, so kind of on the way to doing what they need to do. Pitch comes down to go ball 2. Sorry, ahead 2-0. Tied game here, 1 away so far, 2 runs each. Sorry, lets that one go past. No, he's going to swing late on that one, and that's going to go foul, and just pulled well to the left of the field. So it's 2-1. Late decision to go for the swing there, not paying off for Torre. Ewan comes down, goes inside for strike 2 called. A moment or two of thought there. He's found the inside. Daniel will be happy, and Gibson will be taking note as well. 2-2. Fast, but on the inside. Inside is no. Ball 3. So, count is full, 3-2, runner on first, 1 away, here in the 4th. Payoff pitch comes down, and that's going to be hit high. It's going out to the right field again, but it's going to go a little bit short. Tolan just jinxing a little bit left, catching the sunlight, but catches the ball there for the second away. McBride thought about tagging up and going for second, but deciding against that there. So it's 2 away. Big McBride remains at first. Ken Wright stepping in now. Clean strikeout off 3 pitches in the second. 2 away here in the 4th. 2 runs already on the board. So Wright has the opportunity. 23 RBI for the season. Can do stuff here if needed. And fouls that one there. Into the Cardinals dugout there as we go 0-1. Moment taken once more. And ball 1. Grief looking for the inside again, we're not quite finding it. The reluctance from Grief and Gibson to try and do anything vertical here. Let's see if Grief is just going to stay there on a 1-1 count. He's going to stay there, and it's not helping. Ball 2. 2-1 there, so inside and low. A bounce in the leg from Wright. Settles in. Watches that go to the outside, 3-1. There's a little look over the dugout. Didn't see if he was given the nod on this one or not. 2 away. Teammate at first. Cardinals looking to take the lead if they can here. Swing and a foul there. There's the distance. Looking for left field, not getting it. Two out, runner at first. 4 count. Oh, go on then, all the lights are on. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, strike 3, and the side is retired. Here in the 4th, 2 runs on the board, which coming off a smartly hit home run from Ted Simmons. Reggie Smith there reaching base on error, and we paid for that with a game tying up there. So 2 runs here at the top of the 4th, coming off just that 1 home run hit from Ted Simmons. 1 left on base, a hit by pitch from Bake McBride. 1 error charged. McCovey just off the bag awkwardly to getting a throw coming over. And with that, we will be heading to the bottom of the 4th. 1, 2, 3 is going to be your 7, 8, 9 from the Padres. Dave Roberts, Bob Barton, and Bill Grief. That's where we're going to be heading after the break. Looking for a new set of wheels, but have to trade in your old ones first? Check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. We've got cars of all shapes and sizes listed on the classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans and sports cars. Whether you're trading in an Old Faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream car today at San Diego's #1 buy and sell on 57 Main Street. St. Louis, we're looking to get some early offense going on here, and clean through 3. We're getting 2 on the board in the 4th. San Diego's defense looking strong for 3, but just a little bit of thoughts there. An error and a hit by pitch, leading to the damage there at the top of the 4th. San Diego Padres pitching over Friday and Saturday has seen them stay in the game. Offense wasn't there on Friday, just a 1-run game there. But Saturday, 4 runs against 3 to give the Padres a victory. Dave Roberts steps in, right-handed banner from 3rd base. Ball 1 from Bob Gibson down to Ted Simmons there. They're underway with a 1-0 count. Little nods. 2-0 on the count there. Gibson just throwing that one low. I'd be thinking it's finally time to have a look at the vertical. 2-0 comes down, outside high, right up there in the corner. It's a 3-0. Padres Dave Roberts in the box here in the bottom of the 4th. Game's tied up at 2-2. 3-0. Foul. A little bit of distance going down the left-hand side. But into the stands for 3-1. Three-one pitch going in, low and ball 4. And Dave Roberts walks himself up to 1st base. Bob Barton steps in now. In a bases loaded situation previously in the 2nd inning, the sacrifice fly. Now he's just got his teammate up there on 1st, looking to fill 2nd and 3rd if possible. First pitch comes down, low and outside, ball 1. Pitch inside a high, strike 1 though. Top corner possibly found. Would surprise me if Gibson just has another look there. Starting on a 1-1. Comes in. And that's going to be a grounder. Bounces towards. Picked up Mike Tyson short. Stuff goes over. And at second base cover, Ted Sizemore. And Joe Torre is going to also take that at first base for the double play. So 2 away. And it's another double play. So runner on first disappears. 2 away, and in steps now it's going to be a pitcher. Second time Bill Grief is going to face Bob Gibson. 2 away. Gibson will be looking to close out the inning. Top of the order, Bobby Tolan is warming up on deck. Fouled off there. Grief falls behind in the count, 0-1. Goes high into the stands down the left field. Not one. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Taken 1-1. Ball 2. Ball 1, sorry, coming off strike 2. It's 1-2. Two outs so far. No runners on at the moment. Those cleared from that double play. Ball 2 as that one goes low. Here goes equal high, 2-2. Tied game as well here, bottom of the 4th with 2 away, 2 runs each. Ball comes in there, floats above the zone. Grief decides not to do the swing on that one and just lets the count go full, 3-2, and yep, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, all the lights are on. Payoff comes down now, foul ladder action, take your pick. It's going to be action, and we are going to get ball 4. And that's the second walk up to first base in this inning from Bob Gibson. Dave Roberts already making it there. But then out on the double play. And it's back to the top of the order. Bobby Tolan, ground out in the first inning, was walked in the second. Lets that go past for ball 1. Bob Gibson now. It's coming off 4 balls off Grief. Ball 5 there for Bobby Tolan. Make that ball 6. Gibson's just losing the accuracy there. Outside, touch and high. 2-0. And comes in 3-0. Bobby Tolan is going to be. It's going to be a not to do a cautious swing. Team made it first. 2 outs so far, but San Diego looking to get a go-ahead run. That's going to be Bill Grief already at first, and grounder goes up, and it's picked up by Joe Torre. Just puts the foot on the bag there, and that retires the side there. 2 walks given, but navigated away from the outfield. Double play first of all to take Dave Roberts and Bob Barton out, and Bill Grief there. Let's make it up to second on paper for 1 left on base, but Bobby Tolan out there. unassisted from the third base. No runs coming off, no hits here in the bottom of the fourth. The one left on base, aforementioned pitcher Bill Grieg. No errors charged to the Cardinals defense, and the game is tied 2 runs apiece. Mike Tyson and Bob Gibson are going to be opening up for the Cardinals, just as they did in the third inning, and then it'll be back to the top for Lou Brock. So whatever opened up the third, Tyson, Gibson, Brock, that's what you are going to have for the fifth. Cardinals 2, Padres 2 here at the San Diego Stadium. What a lovely sunny Sunday afternoon. It's time to look through the out-of-town scoreboard. Everybody in the league on an afternoon game here. Expos and Braves. Braves are up by 3 in a 0-3 game. Rangers, Orioles, it's 2 runs apiece there. Everything here, by the way, is through 5. Boston 4, Chicago 3, so Red Sox leading White Sox. Tigers welcome the Angels. Tigers have put 5 runs past the visitors with the Angels on 2. 2-5 game there to the Tigers. Mets, Astros. Astros pushing ahead there, not 6. Mets will be looking to catch up there if they can over the final 4 frames, and it's Indians 5, Royals 4. 5-4 in action there, I suppose. The score that we're all keeping an eye on here, it's 2 to the St Louis Cardinals, 2 to the Padres as we head into the 5th inning. As I said there, it's going to follow the 3rd inning. Mike Tyson, Bob Gibson and Lou Brock are going to be up here. Bill Grief staying on the mound going into the 5th. Throwing down to Bob Barton, still in catching duties. And that's ball 1. Goes to the inside. Say shoulder height there potentially. 1-0. As ball 2 is going to be low. 2-0 there. Mike Tyson. Hit by pitch previously. Opening batter getting on base. Always a nice idea. 2-0. Comes down for another ball. 3-0. Tyson gets himself comfortable into the count. Three and 0 comes down. Bildry throws foul down the right field line. 3-1 for Mike Tyson. Still has 1 in hand. Opening batter here in the 5th. Cardinals 2, Padres 2. Tyson looking to put St. Louis ahead if possible. 3-1 comes down. And that's going to be hit high. It's going to fall a little short of the outfield fence. Bobby Tobin knowing exactly where the fence is there. I say a fence, it's a 19-foot high wall. And that there is a 1 away, so comfortable there. A little worries from the crowd, I think, that he was going to go the distance, but no, Tolman knowing he just needs to hold fire there. No need for the jump. And 1 away. Pitcher time once more. It's the 2nd time that Bob Gibson for the Cardinals is facing Bill Gray, throwing for the Padres. Gibson grinding into the double play previously, and high for pitcher, 214 for the season, and fouls that one off there, deep down right field. Not one. Fouls that one over the backstop as well. Goes not 2. Not and 2 on the count. He draws himself steady. long, fouled off once more. Pushing that just over the home dugout there. Stays 0-2. Gibson wanting to make contact here if he can. Showing a bit of hunger for that one. And that's going to be hit, but it's going to look like Bobby Tolan waving. He's got a safe catch on that one, and it's into the hands there. Bobby Tolan 2 for 2 in the 5th as they head out to right field. So 2 away so far, but we do go back up to the top of the order. Lou Brock. Oh, Grief has got to fancy this one. 2 strikeouts on Brock so far, 0-2 for the game. Cardinals looking to take the lead. Tyson was the go-ahead and flew out. Gibson was the go-ahead and flew out. Lou Brock is now the fly out as well. Fouls that one down left field line this time. Tolan just waving that one by behind, pointing over to Colbert, just like, now you can have a go. Wonder if those two have just got a little bit of fun in the dressing room to say who's going to get there. They were having a little bit more banter than normal. Anyway, not one. As that one went down left field. Grave pitches. Into the ball, 1-1. Infield coming in a bit, but the outfield just stepping back a bit there. There's a nice gap just there if Brock can find it and drop the ball into it, but not to for the game. 1-1 for this one here. Goes for behind for a ball there, 2-1. 2 out so far. Grave pitches, contact, line drive, goes down right field. Bobby Tolan's going to have to chase that one into the corner. It's going to be a double. Tolan throws that over. He's going to try and get that over in time. Third base is going to be on. It's going to be a slide in front of Lou Brock. Dave Roberts gets it, not in time. Slide in triple there for Lou Brock, puts himself into scoring position with 2 away. Line drive going down right field, bounces around in the corner. Bobby Tolan having to pick that up and wait for a moment. Long throw comes in straight to Dave Roberts, going distance from the field. Try and get the tag out applied, but Lou Brock slides underneath that one there. So go-ahead run is 90 feet away, and it's going to be Ted Sizemore looking to drive in Lou Brock at third. It's going to 2 away so far. Game is tied at 2 here in the 5th. Sizemore waiting for the pitch to come down from Bill Grave. Watches that one go past for ball 1. Just murmuring there. Lou Brock not taking a huge lead over from there. Bill Grieve keeping a careful eye there, but with 2 outs, you know the rule, you don't want to get yourself out at third as we get ball 2. Two and 0 count, comes down, fouled off there, heads down left base line. Sizemore just getting it a little bit late on that one. Runner at third in scoring position, 2 outs here at the 5th. Cardinals 2, Padres 2. Go ahead just 90 feet away from home. Bill Grieve facing Ted Sizemore. Size not a one so far with a walk drawn as well. Hits that one, goes down left field line. It's going over the head of Dave Roberts. That is going to bring Lou Brock home, and The game goes ahead for the Cardinals, and yeah, the crowd spotting that one there. It's 3-2 to the Cardinals as Sizemore gets an RBI single and takes himself up to first base. Cardinals then up by 1, Cardinals 3, Padres 2 here in the 5th. Padres ahead by 2 in the series so far. It's third game of 4 that we're playing here, so Cardinals looking to at least get the opportunity to equalise the series on Monday. So we got a runner on first, 2 away, 1 run to the good so far in this inning as we welcome Reggie Smith up. Reached on error and a fly out so far. Waits to see what comes in there. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Balls behind in the count, 0-1. Sizemore not taking too much of a lead. Greaves has shown that he's got the speed to get the pickups previously. Smith just 2 stolen bases in the season so far as well. What did you base steal? You needed Lou Brock, but Lou Brock's already made it home all the way. He'll take the run instead of the steal credit quite happily. 0-1 on Reggie Smith. Pitch comes in from Grieve, and that's going to be hit up high. It's going right field. Bobby Tillman, no, he's going to run, he's going to run, he's going to dive, he's going to in the glove. And third out of the inning, Bobby Tillman there. Diving catch out there in right field. You can play there, was it a fly play, was it in the line? Just a little bit of a height, take your pick on that one, but here's what the Padres know, it's the third out, and well, 1 gets over off a triple. 2 hits there with a single coming through as well. 1 run on the board, 1 left on base, but no errors charged, so San Diego down by 1. And when we come back for the bottom of the 5th, it's going to be Enzo Hernandez, Nick Colbert and Louis McCovey as your 1, 2, 3. Looking for a new set of wheels, but after trading your old ones first, check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. We've got cars of all shapes and sizes listed on the classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans and sports cars. Whether you're trading an Old Faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream car today at San Diego's #1 buy and sell on 57 Main Street. Padres defense has let through 3 runs so far. Over Friday and Saturday, Cardinals have only put 3 runs on the board, so they've doubled their run count for the series here so far. Padres themselves keeping things ticking over. 1 run scored in Friday's game for a 1-0 lead. It's all down to the pitchers. That's coming alive from the Cardinals on Saturday, finding 11 hits, but not a huge amount of production. Padres getting in there for 3. There's the Padres' chance to get ahead if they can. Down by 1 is Hernandez. Steps in, 2 fly outs so far on first base, 1 to center field. Bob Gibson still on the mound for the Cardinals. Strike 1, Hernandez, watch that as that one's go past, slightly high in the zone. Well, we've been watching for the up and down to take place from Gibson. Grief got a little bit of it in the last. Waiting for the next to come down. It's not one. And that's going to be hit there. Line drive out straight into Mike Tyson, shortstop, over to Joe Torre at first in time. Hernandez, even with the speed, would not have beaten that one there. So it is one away. Bob Gibson finding the second inning with well, it's 3 walks but 2 intentional. 2 more walks in the fourth. Just looking to find the strike zone there, but if you lean on the defence to do what they need to do, then that's what he'll do. Nate Colbert steps in now. Not for 2 so far in the game. Can't punch the fly out over to second, and a swinging strikeout in the third. Going to whoop up with a swing and a miss. Strike one, not one again in the count for Gibson. Gibson waiting to make the decision once more. Pitches down the knot, one goes ball, 1-1. We're equal low. One pitch. Just comes in high, ball 2. Pace coming in on that one. Said comes in high. 2-1, advantage to Colbert in the count. 2-1. Swung on, fouled. Over the backstop for 2-2. Count goes equal high. Two and two for Colbert. Still looking for a good contact, not in 2 for the game so far. Pitch comes, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 up, 2 down so far, ground down strikeout, and that is just the third strikeout for Gibson in the game so far. Willie McCovey in now. Looking to find some back contact as well. Walked in the second. From a full count, popped up in the third. Ball 1 comes in there. Covey goes ahead in the count. And ball 2 comes in, lets that one go by him. 2-0 for McCovey. Covey coming in from the right side, batting left-handed. 2-0. Foul there. Sends that into his own dugout. 2-1. Oh, he's certainly driving. The pitch is up. Full count, 2-2. Previously, now facing 2-1. 2 away so far. Padres down by 1 in the 3-2 game. Fouls that one again there. Little bit early coming in there, so it's a equal high count, 2-2. 2 away so far. Going not for 1 with that walk. Swings, grounders, and that's going to be comfortable. Over to Joe Torre at first. You can just wait, literally wait on the bag. and have that gloved into the hand there. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Bob Gibson and the Cardinals there. No runs on the board, no hits, none left on base, no errors. Charged the Cardinals there. Ground out, strikeout, and ground out taken there as well. Cardinals 3, Padres 2 through 5. Take a little look at the other games that are going through 5 as well. Around the country, Cubs are up at Dodgers. Dodgers 8 games ahead of the Reds in the NL West, and they're a 1-run ahead of the Cubs, 2-3 game up there as well. The Athletic are visiting the Brewers, and the Athletic have put up 5. Brewers just the 1. Tight game over in New York as the Twins are just a 1-run ahead of the Yankees. Well, I mean, the Mets are 6 behind visiting Astros, so crosstown rivalry. We're thinking, well, we're still a little, we're not as bad as the other ones there. Reds, Phillies, 1-3 in favour of the Phillies through 5. And finally closing out, Pirates visiting the Giants. Giants falling behind there at Candlestick. Pirates 5, Giants still to get off the board. Everybody playing in the afternoon, no evening games, so you'll have the radio to yourself for the summer concerts. Here at San Diego, we will be bringing you a little bit more from the festivities in the park. And do we know who's live music yet? You don't have that to hand. Okay, right then. I like the park. It's nice up there. Okay, just checking everything else. Traffic jam on the I-5, still jammed. Look at my face, is it surprised? Nope. Right then, okay, top of the 6-week go for the Cardinals. Ted Simmons, Ben McBride and Joe Torre is going to be 1, 2, 3. Ted Simmons, your home run hero. They started the scoring for the Cardinals there in... Where are we? In the 4th inning. So we're going to go into the 6th. Bill Grief still there. Facing Simmons. And throws in, just nicked off the bat there. And going straight back into the glove. Bob Barton still catching there. So fastball high. And that's going to be take us to 0-1. Well, now we know where the fastball is. Just got to get a little bit more control of it for Grief. Ball 1 there. Goes to the outside. A little bit of a two-seamer there, possibly. It's bright sunshine all over, so that'll be shining right into Grief's eye. Shadows over the plate as well. He's pitching into the shadows, swing and a miss, strike 2. Sliding screen in the background, lighting conditions at this point just, I think, gets over, and the shadow comes from the stands. 1-2, Bill Grief looking to stop that lead growing. Cardinals looking to get a little bit further. Ball 2 there for an equal high count. Yep, Cardinals 1 run ahead of the Padres, looking to extend the lead here. Ed Simmons is your leader, facing a 2-2 count. Simmons pauses, Grief pauses, still. Line drive goes out to left field. That's going to go high. Actually, it's going to fall. Nate Colbert making the good, comfortable catch out there in left field. Just want to see if he's going to he's just going to throw to Johnny Grubb and saying, get that ball over so Bobby can feel the ball. They've got something going on. Anyway, round the horn in the outfield and going down to Terrell Thomas McCovey. And out into the crowd as well there for McCovey. Was that summer souvenir number 2 or 3 that's been thrown out to everybody down the right field line? Anyway, Mick McBride steps in now, hit by pitch in the 4th, flew out in the 2nd. Johnny Grubb doing the work there. Slides is up. He throws in, and that's hit. It's high. It's going to stay on the infield. That should be comfortable there for Dave Roberts, and it is there. Caught over there at 3rd base by Dave Roberts. 2 up, 2 down. 1 pitch from McBride there. Flying pop out and a hit by pitch. He's not going to feel he's done a good day's work just yet, as we're here in the 6th. Joe Torre similar. Both times flying out over to Bobby Toland. Out there on the right. Toland's been getting most of the work actually out in the outfield. It has to be said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out there, and just the 1 out there onto the left to Nate Colbert. Ball 1 there on Joe Torre. Came in 287. 3 home runs for the season. Stepping in for the left-hand side of the box, so he's went opposite field previously in both those flies. Let's that one go past from ball 2. He's just waiting to point that one. He's pointing but letting it go past. Don't think Grief's going to be happy there. Certainly just not actually pointing. He's going to say it's part of his swing, isn't he? Practice swings, just goes there. Slight pause. 3-0 count. That steadies up on the shoulder. And that's going to be ball 4. Ball 4, yeah, not quite sure why the crowd's kicking off on that one there. Guessing something's happened in the outfield because there's a fair bit of waving going on there. Ken Wright steps in now. 2 away for the Cardinals. Sorry, they're being walked up to first. Pilgrim still pitching to Bob Barton for the Padres. Ken Wright struck out twice so far. The Griefs only managed 4, so half of the strikeouts are happening on Wright. The other half for leadoff batter Lou Brock. We're going up with ball 1, high and inside. So we go 1-0. 1-0 with 2 away. And that's going to be hit high and short in left field. Colbert's in on the run. And Colbert's going to take that one there on run and keep on running over to the dugout there. So that's going to be the 3rd one away, and a fly ball out to left field to going Colbert's way in that inning there. Bill Grief walking just the 1, but otherwise no runs on the board, no hits. 1 left on base, no errors needed to be charged there either. And there we are, 6th interval, and it's still a 1-run lead to the Cardinals. 3 on the board for them, 2 for the Padres. Johnny Grubb, Darryl Thomas and Dave Roberts are going to be stepping in for the Padres when we come back. Looking for a new set of wheels, but have to trade in your old ones first? Check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. We've got cars of all shapes and sizes listed on the classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans, and sports cars. Whether you're trading in Old Faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream car today at San Diego's #1 buy and sell on 57 Main Street. San Diego Stadium here, Ewan Spence behind the microphone for everyone here at KCBR. It's classic baseball radio if you haven't worked out the letters yet. Somebody actually did write a letter in. I don't know what email is. That's not going to be invented for 30 odd years. It's a thing that's happening at ARPANET. I'm not meant to talk about. Oh yeah, you'll see that documentary later on in the week. The ARPANET defense and linking up computers around the world, they've got a way to send mails between each other. But in the meantime, yeah, somebody just wrote a letter going, what does KCBR stand for? And it's K for the radio and CBR for classic baseball and R for the radio again. There we go. Right then, what have we got? Grubb, Thomas and Roberts is going to be your 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Bob Gibson still on the bump for the Cardinals defense. And that one's going to come in high and hard and fast and ball. Johnny Grubb going ahead. 1-0 in the count. Gibson's not really settled much of the game today. Just I mean, only 2 runs back on that one there, and one of those is unearned, but just been a little bit all over the shop with the pitches. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. Infield doing most of the work on the outs so far. 1-1 comes in. It's low there. Ian getting low and inside there from Ed Margot behind the plate. So 2-1. Gibson just waiting on this one to shake off the pitch. Are you going to shake it off again? Shake it off again. 2-1 comes down. It's outside wide. 3-1. Rob coming in 297 for the season. Singled in the second and made it all the way home to score the second San Diego run. They could do with some more on the board if possible. They're 1 behind Cardinals at the moment. And there's ball 4, so it's going to be a walk up to first for Johnny Grubb, and we got a first base runner for San Diego since the 2 walks in the 4th. Gerald Thomas steps in now. Ground out unassisted at first in the 3rd. Steps in now. Shows bunt. That goes up the right line a little bit high. I don't think that's going to be a success there. He's going to bring Johnny Grubb up to second, but it is going to be sack bunt there. Thomas pushes Grubb over into scoring position. First pitch bunt there and 1 away. But puts Grubb up into second. Padres are behind by 1, so Grubb is the tying run. Go ahead. It's going to be Dave Roberts now. Comes into the plate. TV up at second. 1 away. Comes down. Ball 1. Gibson just putting that outside and low. 1-0. Strike, swing, foul. Strike, swing, foul. Where am I going with that one? Contact made, just tickles over the box, but goes foul in the end. So let's go 1-1 on that one. Roberts 2 walks so far, 1 intentional, 1 from Gibson's balls. And there's another one coming in there, 2-1. On the equal low. Gibson calling no shake off there. Pitch down into the zone, fast and strike 2. Count goes equal high, 2-2. Trying to tempt Roberts on the swing there. Runner at second. Padres Dave Roberts. With a 2-2. Comes down, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 away so far. That sacrifice bunt proving useful, but strikeout, nothing coming through there. Johnny Grubb still up there at second base in scoring position. Bob Barton catcher comes in now, and it'll be Bob with just 3 RBIs for the season. He's the go ahead. Johnny Grubb's tying up at second. And ball 1 comes down. It's 2 away. Martin back in 2-5-5 coming in here. Sacrifice fly in the second. Drove the second run home. Nothing else on the Cardinals on the board as yet. Pitch comes down. Ball 2. Goes low and central there. Ball 3. Gibson just a lackadaisical to the outside there. Trying to draw a swing. Barton not having that there. Yep, sacrifice in second. 4th inning as they're crying into a double. 3-0 comes in and it's low and ball 4. Barton brings himself up. Runners at first and second. Fun match up here. You'd expect Grief to come in, but I don't think it's going to come any surprise. The pinch hitter goes in. Matty Alou steps up there. So that'll be Bill Grief coming to the end of the pitching. We'll get the line for him when we go to the 7th, but right now, bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, 2 runners on at first and second. Matty Alou is going to come in and pinch hit. Doesn't swing on that one. Let's ball 1 go past. Just going to I'll have a little lean over in a second to see who's warming up for the Padres in the bullpen. But 1-0 comes down. And let that one go past for 2-0. Bobby Tolan is on deck warming up. Then we get an 0 for 2 game. Lou steps in. No, let's watch as that one go past 3-0. Gibson just trying to find the bottom of the zone and not getting there. 3-0 comes down to Alou. Fouled off there. We'll be watching that one go down right field. Reggie Smith out there. for the Cardinals. It's 3-1 count. Three and one. And that's high. It's going to fall short. It's storming in. Reggie Smith takes that one there as well, and that's a third out. Pinch hitter Lou comes in there and not getting the hit that perhaps the bench was looking for, with runners at first and second. So it's going to be two left on base. No runs on the board there. Chances were there. No hits on the board. Base runners coming from the walks. No errors charged to the Cardinals either, as we are into the middle of the sixth. Coming up, bottom of the sixth. Going to be going up to the seventh. St Louis Cardinals are going to have their I'm just looking down here. Again, they're going to have 8-9-1 in the batting order to lead off. So it's, well, it should be Tyson, Gibson and Brock. We'll just see what's going to be going through there. And we're also just going to see if we're going to keep Matty Alou, who came into pinch hit for Bill Grief. I suspect, just looking at the bullpen, we have had Larry Hardy and warming up as well. So we go into the top of the seventh. Cardinals up by 3. Home run getting 2 on the board in the fourth, 1 more in the fifth. Padres got their 2 in the second, but still looking to build on that. Okay, Tyson, Gibson and Brock are going to be facing Larry Hardy, coming in off pinch hitter coming in, Matty Alou, but it's going to be Larry Hardy doing the pitching duties when we go through here. Just the final check there. You'll see Lou keeping a track on Bill's card. It's Bill Grieve, 6 inning pitched, 3 hits on there, 3 runs scored, 2 of those earned, 2 walks and the 4 strikeouts as well. There's Larry Hardy. Steps in now to face Mike Tyson. And it's ball 1 there to get us underway here in the top of the 7th. Tyson hit by pitch previously and then flew out. In the Bobby Tolan I'm collecting them day here Sunday afternoon at San Diego. And he throws down 1 more ball. Both of those inside and low. Two and 0, and that's going to be fouled there by Tyson. Strike to the Padres dugout. 2-1. Hardy takes that once more. Pitches, fouled off once more. Almost identical placement on the pitch, almost identical result. Count goes equal high. Mike Tyson watching the slider coming through. Two and 2. Strike 3 swung on there. And that goes low into the outside there, and Tyson 1 away for the Cardinals. Now pitcher once more, but it's going to be Bob Gibson for the first time facing Larry Hardy. Since the double play ground out and fly out so far. One strikeout so far for Larry Hardy. Which comes down. Fouled off there, 0-1. Gibson falls behind in the count. It's back in there. 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2. 2 strikes, 2 balls. And then a strikeout on Mike Tyson. 2 strikes. Bob Gibson here. He reached base for the first time. Lets that one go behind for a ball. 1-2. Confident not there from Larry Hardy to Bob Barton catching duties. Throws down the 1-2. Strike 3, looking straight through. And that's a 1 more on the board. 2 up, 2 down. Strikeout 1. Swinging strikeout 2. Looking. Already having a solid start here in the 7th. Lou Brock steps in now for the Cardinals. Up by 1. 3 to the Cardinals, 2 to the Padres here in the 7th. Brock opened up with 2 strikeouts and then made up with it with a triple. Lets that one go past. Inside, 1-0. Already comes set. Ball 2. Inside high, that one there. And Vargo just giving a little, it's here, sign. 2-0. Comes down, foul, down the right-hand line. Lou Brock, 3 home runs for the season so far. And comes in with a 3-1-3. Somebody will do the math and tell me, but it's probably still over 300. 2-1. 1 more foul. 2-2. 2-2 comes down, hit down the left field line. It's going long on that one, so Nate Colbert is waiting for it, but he's waiting right by the warning track past first base. Colbert throws in. Hernandez covering that from shortstop, but it's going to be a run, but safely into second there for Lou Brock. Takes his second hit of the game. Triple in the 5th, double now in the 7th. Drives that one down left field. Colbert going back and waiting for it, but takes the first bounce, really takes a bit of the pace off that one, so gives him time to get into second. Ted Sizemore comes on deck, walks in the first, ground out, then an RBI single in the 5th. I'm quite happy to do that one again. Cardinals up by 1. 2 away so far, and a runner up in scoring position on second. That's Lou Brock, is Ted Sizemore. Hits that one foul. Goes behind, 0-1. Larry Hardy in for relief after 6 innings and 3 runs from Bill Grief. Ball 1 there for 1-1 as the count goes equal low. So they're coming down a little bit more, just touching the edge of the mound here as the back of the San Diego Stadium stays in shadow. Sizemore lets that one go past, 2-1. 2 away so far. Oh, heavily inside that one there. Sizemore just leaning forward, 3-1. One in scoring position. One comes down, Sizemore lets that one go to the outside and calls that one early with the eye. Makes his second walk of the game, so we've got runners at first and second with 2 away. Reggie Smith coming in now. 0-2 in the game. There's a reach on error in fourth. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Cardinals up by 1 in a 3-2 game with runners at first and second. Hardy throws that one wild to the outside there for a first ball. Reggie Smith takes a 0-1. Breath taken. 1-0 goes 2-0. Reggie Smith here. 2 outs, 1 bad swing, and that side retired. 1 good swing, and he's got teammates at first and seconds. Slices up in the swing. Hits that line drive, goes down left field. Colbert running back to get that one as everybody starts running around the bases. Brock comes in from second, does 2 bases. There we are, 1 run goes over, doubles the lead. Sizemore comes in, he's going to keep on going. Colbert goes to the long throw. Hernandez picks it up, throws back home. Barton's not going to be there in time. Second run comes home, and in the meantime, Reggie Smith has given himself a double up to second base as well. He'll quite happily take the double. Livermore take that as an RBI. 2 of them going into the bit of paper. There's Lou Brock there, the long line drive into the corner and left field. Gives Lou plenty time to make it all the way around. More interesting, Low Sizemore coming in from first base, heading all the way around on there, thanks to Colbert. Taking the relay throw to Hernandez rather than going for the long throw home. Hernandez taking the relay down to Barton, but just not getting there. Covered in time. An argument he might have well try to get Reggie Smith out at second rather than giving him the double. He would have at least retired the side, but we're back into a similar situation now with a runner at second. Ted Simmons is going to step in now. And in fact, we are just going to take a little break there, as that is going to be it for Hardy on the mound. 2 strikeouts to open up there, but a double walk and another double there, and it looks like Dave Tomlin is going to come in here. And that's going to be our 3rd batter for the evening. Warm-up pitches are just going to take place now. Pencils out and flying. Larry Hardy there. There's 2 outs so for the pitch, so it's 0.2 on the pitch. 2 hits coming off those 2 outs. 2 runs coming through as well. Both of those are going to be down as earned. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts on the card. Dave Tomlin. Stepping in now, and it's going to be Ted Simmons will be the first to face Tomlin. Zach Sign goes over from the dugout with a runner at second that they're going for the intentional walk. So Simmons is going to take himself up to first. There's 3 of them through. And there's the 4th one there. Crowd watching that one through there. So we're going to have Bake McBride come in now. Fly out, hit by pitch, pop out, stamped on the card so far. Will be the first to face Dave Tomlin. Dave's going to open up. Tomlin is going to go up with fastball high, but inside, strike 1. But we're going to go 0-1. Not 1 down. Strike 2 through the middle. Not 2. Brian went 1-1 in the second, but since then it's been a first pitch appearance, so chance for him to see his 3rd pitch. Only happened once the night beforehand. Contact, but that's going to be high. That should be a comfortable catch there. Dave Roberts is going to take that one there and retire the side from 3rd base there. So side retired. Opened up well with 2 strikeouts coming from Larry Hardy, and then pitching arm fell away. 2 runs going over there for the Cardinals to extend the lead to 5-3. 2 hits in that inning as well. Both of those coming from the arm of Larry Hardy. No errors charged and 2 left on base after the pitching change at the end, but it is a 5-3 game so far as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Looking for a new set of wheels, but after you trade in your old ones first, check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. We've got cars of all shapes and sizes listed through our classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans and sports cars. Whether you're trading an Old Faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream car today. San Diego's #1 buy and sell, 57 Main Street. Padres 1, 2, 3, they are going to be at the top of the order. Going to be a defensive change for the Cardinals. Big McBride is going to come out, and we're going to have Louis Melendez coming in there. That's out in second field. Luis Melendez having a solid game yesterday. So, bottom of the 7th, and we have Bobby Tolan at the top of the order stepping in. Bob Gibson remains on the bump for the Cardinals. Ball 1 to open up. Coming in low there on Gibson. Tolan's ground out twice. And an intentional walk in the second. 1-0 comes down. Oh, and that's going to be a nasty on the elbow there. So he's going to be awarded first there. It's a painful way to do it, but it's the second visit up to first base for Bobby Tolan. Enzo Hernandez comes in, 2 flyouts and a ground out for not 3 games so far. Strike foul down the line. Count goes 0-1. Gibson just taking the shine off there. Well, liking what Ted Simmons has to offer him on that one there. Oh, Steele is on, Tolan heads up from first to second. And I think they've just been caught napping there. Bob Gibson turned around to look, but he was already halfway there and declines the throw. Stolen base and in a scoring position there for Bobby Tolan. St Louis Cardinals 5 on the board, just the 2 for the Padres, so they were looking to be aggressive in the back third of the game here. So runner scoring possession up in second. Enzo Hernandez, none out so far. Makes ball 1, count goes equal low. Gibson just glancing back to second base. The awareness from earlier just closing the barn door now here. Turns back to make the 1-1. And that goes high. Left there for a 2-1. Hernandez just taking a practice swing there. 2-1 comes down. Strong head, line drive, going out centre field, finds the gap. Tolan's on the run. Tolan's past third, he's going to keep on going. Tolan takes himself over and draws one more run. And there's cuts the deficit there. It's going to be a single there from Hernandez there in shallow centre field. Finds the gap there, and it's the RBI on the board as well. Bobby Tolan takes it all the way around into the dugout, and it was 5-2, and now it's 5-3. Deficit cut. Colbert is going to be stepping in as well now. Runner on first. Enzo Hernandez. Colbert, though, struck out twice already by Gibson. Third in the first, and then strikeout. So Gibson will be fancying his chances. Throws one down, swings on that one there to push it foul. Colbert falls behind, 0-1. Gibson just gives the ball a little squeeze in the hands. Gets set. Fouled off once more. That's it. 1 ball to each of the dugouts there as we go 0-2 on Colbert. Runner at first, no outs as yet. Leads cut from 5-2 now to 5-3. Colbert watches that one. 1-2. Gibson coming into 7. There's a little slip there. As that one goes out the hand and goes inside low. I think we'll credit that ball going towards the mound rather than to Bob for 2-2. There were 2 strikeouts already in the game facing Gibson. A teammate at first. Hernandez looking to advance, no outs as yet. Grounder goes up there, and a third base thrown over in time to first. Hernandez on the move up to second and takes second, but it's applause to Hernandez there. Not in time though for Colbert. Run out there. Third to first. 4-1 away. Hernandez though into scoring position, and that brings Willie McCovey. Willie's going to be the tying run, isn't he? Yep. Although we might have to wait a minute or two after that one, as Bob Gibson is just going to be coming out of the game. Rabowski just jogging down there from the bullpen. Just get Bob Gibson's final numbers there. So into the 7th, so we're at 6-1 pitch, 3 hits coming off there, 3 runs as well, 8 walks, 4 strikeouts. I don't know, I think he's going to be happy with that one. When we look back in the previous games, Cardinals went down by 1 on Friday in a not one game, down by 1 on Saturday in a 3-4 game, but now it's a 5-3 in their favour here on the Sunday. Al Hrabowski coming in relief as well. Through 6 for Gibson. McCovey, runner at second. 1 away so far. Padres down by 2. McCovey's the go-ahead at home. Lets that one go for a ball. Comes down, Rabowski just trying to find his space, not found it yet. 2-0. 1 to the outside, 1 to the inside. Two and oh, strike 1. The Cubby just lets that one go foul, pushes it away. 2-1. Lowski just bouncing a little bit on the feet before settling in. Throws down 1 more. It's going to be ball 3. So 1 to the high, 1 to the low, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. He at least knows where not to go now. Your zone is somewhere in there, Al. 3-1 comes down. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Hefty loud fastball straight back into the glove. It goes 3-2. Produce Willie McCovey. Aims down by 2. Runner at second. Hits that one. That one's going to go high. It's going out into the right field, but it's not got any distance to it. It's going to be an easy one for Reggie Smith just to take out of the air there. So it is a 2 away. Enzo Hernandez still up there on second base. 2 out so far. 2 runs behind after Bobby Tolan. Hit by pitch and then making it all the way around on Enzo Hernandez's single out to centre field. Tony Grubb comes in now. Teammate at second. Takes a ball. 1-0. Comes down. Fouled off down the right. Count goes equal low. 1-1. Little measure taken. Ball 2. 2-1 so far. And fouled off there for an equal high count. Grubbs had a habit of going long. 3-1 in the 6th before a walk drawn, 3-0 before a walk drawn in the 3rd, singled back in the 2nd. He's got Hernandez up at second. Ball 3, lets that one go past. So it's the 3-2 count, all the lights are on, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. And Hrabowski just sizes up, throws down to 3-2. Fouled off, stays alive. Let's go back and do that all again. Three-two. Straight path looking, strike 3 and side retired. Well, opened up strong there. The lead-off batter, Bobby Tillman, getting it all the way around for the third of San Diego's runs that were needed. 2 more, 5-3 game as it is so far. With Gibson, of course, finishing off 6 1/3 innings worth for Al Hrabowski. Comes in for a flyout and first strikeout for himself. 1 run scored, coming off 1 hit and 1 left on base in scoring positions for the Padres. No errors charged to the Cardinals. Top of the 8th, Cardinals are going to have Jose Torre, Ken Wrights and Mike Tyson. It's their 1-2-3, and I will just wait to see who we are going to get coming into pitching duties on that one. I'd expect Dave Tomlin to do at least 1 more and get a little bit more length out of the stand, but we shall find out momentarily on that one. Looking for a new set of wheels, but after trading your old ones, first check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. We've got cars of all shapes and sizes listed on the classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans and sports cars. Whether you're trading an old faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream car today at San Diego's #1 buy and sell. Top of the 8th it is then. Cardinals on 5. Padres closed the gap shortly and got themselves within 2, so it's a 5-3 game. Joe Torre, Ken Wright, Mike Tyson are going to be facing Dave Tomlin as we go through here. Joe Torre to lead off. Strike and a swing foul. Strike, swing, foul. There we go. Hey, well, you know, the sun is coming down. The I-5 is still jammed. Oh, I get the words around the wrong way. Some things never change. Not 1 on the count there for Joe Torre. Comes down. Ball. Too low on that one there, so count goes equal low, 1-1. Tomlin gathers himself, 1-1. Ground, that's likely going to be a base hit down right field. Goes past Willie McCovey and Daryl Thomas in the gap. Bobby Tillman gathers that in the outfield, but Joe Torre can ease up there. Singles into first, and he's a lead-off batter going into first there for Joe Torre. Cardinals ahead by 2, looking to extend that lead and get their first victory in this series if possible. Ken Wright's in now. Ken with a strikeout, and a fly out, all coming from Bill Graves. First time facing Dave Tomlin. And that ball's going to go past for ball 1. Wright came into the game, batting triples. 2 strikeouts to the flyer so far. I don't think he drops below 300, but it's certainly going to be a drop on there. Watches that one go past for ball 2. No outs so far. Cardinals 5, Padres 3. Cardinals have a runner at first. It's Joe Torre. Tomlin glances over. And McCovey at first. Settles back in. Torrey, the steal goes on. Torrey heads up from first to second. Throw is going to be on there, straight over from the catcher. It's going to be in time. Barton makes the connection to Daryl Thomas, and there we go. We are one away on a caught stealing. On a 2-4. Ken Rice just glances over. I'm on a 2-0 count. Is it worth pushing there? Cardinals haven't been getting the hits in for the rest of the series, so perhaps just a touch worried that they wouldn't get any more. And ball comes down there for a 3-0. Dave Tomlin, all behind in the count. And that's going to be hit high, stays on the infield. That should be comfortable. Hans Hernandez steps in from short and takes that one there. 2 away. So while there's a little worry on the single that open up, it's 2 up, 2 down on the card, if nothing else. Mike Tyson steps in, hit by pitch, and fly out there from Bill Grief. One of the 2 strikeouts Larry Hardy had, but now faces Dave Tomlin for the first time. Fouls off the first pitch. Time building up here. Longer in the game than many would have thought. And that one goes for a ball on the inside for 1-1. Tyson looking to hurry up Tomlin here. Disrupt the rhythm. Pitch comes down. Goes high there for ball 2, 2-1. And that's going to be another line down to right field there. Passes under Daryl Thomas at second. Bobby Tolan's going to collect that. And there's one more single there. Tyson taking himself up to first base. Joe Torrey made it there as well, but was caught stealing earlier in the game. Pitcher time. I think it's the first time we've had this combination coming in now. Well, Rabowski is going to be batting. Dave Tomlin is going to be the throwing. But Bartford's Padres is still going to be catching. Cardinals are looking to extend their lead, 2 away with a runner on first. That's Mike Tyson. And that's going to come down for ball 1. Hit smart down, goes over to shortstop there, picked up by Hernandez, throws over to McCovey, looking to be in time there to get, no, it's going to be not in time. Al Herbrowski makes it over to first, and the focus there to get him through is let Mike Tyson get himself around 2 bags into third base. Just 90 feet away from run number 6. Runners are at the corners for the Cardinals, and they get the top of the order as well, as we get Lou Brock coming up now. Brock 2 strikeouts to open up, and after that a triple and a double. Teammates at the corners, but with 2 away, there's not a lot of margin for error in there. Watches ball 1 there to go ahead in the count. Looks over, his eyes making check with the teammate. And that's going to be foul down the first base, 1-1. Lou Brock, 17 RBIs coming into this game with 3 home runs there as well. Cardinals will take either of those right now. A swing and a miss there on strike 2. So it's 2 away, 2 runners on, 1 at first, 1 at third. Cardinals up by 5-3. Pitch comes down, smartly hit, and he's straight back to Tomlin, picks it up, and it's over to McCovey at first, and that's the comfortable thrown out there from Lou Brock on a 1-3, and that will bring the inning to a close. Bit of a jam threatened, but that's taken out in time. No runs on the board for the Cardinals, even though they managed to find 3 hits in that inning as well. Padres defense stranding too. Out there as we go into the bottom of the 8th. San Diego down by 2 here at San Diego Stadium on a sunny Sunday afternoon. Sort of afternoon, you want to get a car that has the top down, and if you're looking for a new set of wheels but have to trade in your old ones first, check out San Diego's #1 automotive buy and sell at 57 Main Street. With cars of all shapes and sizes listed on the classifieds, including vintage cars, family vans and sports cars. Whether you're training an old faithful or buying for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream car today at San Diego's #1 buy and sell, 57 Main. Bottom of the 8th here. Darryl Thomas, Dave Roberts are going to be in here. Well, Barton catcher could well be in as well, so interesting to see whether Dave Tomlin's going to stay in his pitch, or there's going to be a shuffle around to try and make up the 2-run deficit. Al Rabowski's going to continue pitching for the Cardinals. And Darryl Thomas faces in. Doubled up in the first inning for a ground out and a sacrifice bunt, while leadoff batter here is not going to be needed too much here. Watches that one goes past for ball 1. Ball 2 comes down. It's a 2-0 count. Thomas getting himself ahead and some options. Hrabowski just shaking off 1 or 2 from catcher Ted Simmons. That's the one there, 2-0. Foul. Getting ahead of myself there once more. 2-1 on the count. Ball 3 comes down. Even further ahead in the count there for Darryl Thomas. 3-1 on the board. Swings foul on that one there for 3-2. Count goes full. Well, it's foul out or action time. Take your pick, because something's going to happen here. Hrabowski. Bringing himself up for ball 4 and a walk. And cheers there for Thomas, and a wave to the fans. 2 runs down. Padres are going to need to dig it in here. It's going to be Dave Roberts doing that. Intentional walk and walk so far. Strikeout there from Hrabowski, but he's not going to get the chance on that one. Hrabowski's pulled there. Mike Garman is going to be coming in instead. So let's just get the numbers for Hrabowski on that one. Going to be credited with just 2/3 of the innings. That said, so there are no hits, no runs. Just the one walk and the one strikeout on the other side of the card as well. And coming in is going to be Mike Garman. He's going to be facing Dave Roberts here. And watches that one go for a ball. San Diego Padres, no outs as yet. Leadoff runner is up first. Chasing a 2-run deficit, so Dave Roberts is going to be tying run. Bob Barton could be the go-ahead, and he is on deck at the moment. It's 1-0 count. Our pitches down to Robert, 1-0. That's going to be a line drive. Nope, it's stopped there on a 1-hop from Ken Wrights in third. Over to Ted Sizemore, picks up. So washed out at second. Terrell Thomason doubles off as the attempt is on. Is it going to go down? Joe Torre is going to make that catch there on first base as well. So Roberts, yep, grounding in the double play there. Line drive, good. Line drive there, looked promising, but straight to Ken Wrights there at short. And then doubled off there, Sizemore taking out Thomas at second. And Torre taking out Roberts at first. So like that, Cardinals will be feeling confident, 2 away. None on board, and it's Bob Barton in here to bat now as well. First pitch comes down from Garman. It's going to be a ball. Comes in low. Pitch 2. Ball 2. Just waiting to see where we take on the next one there. Ball 3. 2 low, 1 high. Mike Garman pitching for the Cardinals, looking to preserve the 2-run lead. And the 3-0 is 4-0. Bob Barton draws a walk, just as he did in the 6th, and there's one more on base for the Padres, so that's going to bring tying run up to the plate, and that's going to be Dave Winfield stepping in to pinch hit there. So that's going to be Tomlin's day over on the mound. Winfield watches that one foul. Contact is made and drives that up and over. Not one. Takes a moment on this one here. Watches that go past for strike 2. Extra base take by Mike Garman. Comes set. And that's hit well. It's hit down left field. It's going to go into the outfield past Tyson. Blood's going to pick that up. That's going to be a comfortable single as Proctor's the fast throw in there. Just to hold Bob Barton at second. And that's going to be credited as the single. So that is going to have runners at first and second for the Padres. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. It is the tying run at first. It is the go-ahead now coming into the bats of Bobby Tolan, and it's the top of the order as well. Tolan coming in here so far, no hits as yet. An intentional walk and a hit by pitch has given him first base so far. And Padres are playing intense here because Barton's been switched out, and Rod Gaspar is going to come in to pinch hit there. And Garman does first pitch down to Tolan. He's going to watch that one go past for ball 1. 2 outs so far, not a lot of margin of error, but there again, we're bottom of the 8th and you're 2 runs behind. You're going to look for some productivity here. Runners at first and second, 1-0 in the count. 2-0 in the count. Lets that one go inside. Garman gets ready to make the 2-0 pitch. Bobby Tolan waiting to receive for the San Diego Padres. And there we are. It is hit high. It is hit hard. It's going long right field. Reggie Smith is rushing back to the wall. It's going to go over anyway. Everybody go round. Touch all the bases. Bobby Tolan home runs there and brings himself in, but also brings in Gaspar, who's pinch running there for Barton. Also brings in, here we are, he gets his own foot on the step there as well. Winfield comes through for the tying run, and Bobby Tolan there as he waves to everybody there in the stands. It's a 3 RBI home run. And if you think that wasn't enough to line up the game, you just want to have a take a look at the scoreline as well. Down 5-3, now up 6-5. And the Padres take the lead in the bottom of the 8th with a 3-run home run there on a 2-out situation. Gathers everybody self back again, 1-run lead. San Diego Padres already 2-0 up in the series. Hopefully looking to take one more. Enzo Hernandez steps in now, singled at the previous appearance. Mike Garman tries to gather himself after that one going yard, and it's just going to be a ball there. Hernandez watches that one go past. Crowd all up now. Potential of the game now back in there. Fell behind in the 5th, ball 2, and then fell further behind here in the 7th before putting a 3-run bomb on the board. 2-0 comes in, goes to the outside for the 3-on. Hernandez there, bases have been cleared, 2 outs so far. Looking to join them, hits that one high. That's going long as well, but Luis Melendez indicating it's going to be a safe catch there. And it is as well. Caught out there on a fly ball out to center field. Hernandez not able to add to the inning, but the damage for the Cardinals, the elation for the Padres is already there. 3 runs in the inning, 2 hits contributing to that with a home run as well. None left on base. Cardinals don't have any errors charged to them, but they're down by 1, and they're going to be into bat to save the game and save the series as well. It's a 4-game series, and the Cardinals are down by 2 in the series. And when we come back in, just looking down, it looks like we are going to have Steve Arlen going to be doing the pitching and looking to close out the game for the Padres. Well, we're going long here, but we do have some scores from around the rest of the league. We've got 2 games finished, 3 games finished so far. Cubs and Dodgers. Cubs, they were up by 1 when we joined them at the 5th. Well, Dodgers still up by 1 full time. 3 to the Dodgers. Sorry, 4 to the Dodgers, 3 to the Cubs. So Dodgers having fun there in LA. The Athletic and the Brewers. The Athletic went ahead by 4 halfway through for a 5-1 game. Brewers dropped that lead, but not enough. Athletic winning that one 5-4. And the Minnesota up in New York and in the Bronx, not finding a need. They're taking a 1-run lead area, but they're 3 runs there and 4 runs to the Bombers. So it's 3 to the Twins, 4 to the Yankees up there. Reds, Phillies and Pirates, Giants still underway. And we're still underway here as well as we go to the top of the 9th. It is going to be Ted Sizemore, Reggie Smith and Ted Simmons on the paper, but we got a couple of changes just to go through as well. As noted there, we are going to have a new pitcher come in. Steve Arlen is going to look to close out the game for us. Defensive changes, we've got a fair amount going over as well. Fred Kendall coming in place of Willie McCovey, and Kendall is going to be going down to play catcher, but Barton taken out for a pinch runner there. It's going to leave first base open, and Nick Colbert is going to come down from left field all the way down to left field there. That's a bit of a slug, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be closer to Bobby Tolan. And who we got in left field? It's going to be Dave Winfield does that. So pinch hitter is going to stay around and shuffle the cards as well. Okay, I'll scroll them down. So Cardinals 5, Padres 6. Cardinals 1 run to tie. 2 to go into the lead. There's going to be Ted Sizemore that is going to kick that off first time, facing Steve Arlen in the game. Steve Arlen's first goes outside high for ball 1, 1-0. Ted Sizemore previously doubled, but before that 2 fouls and a reaching on error. And that's going to be hit high. Dave Winfield's going to be see his first out in left field, but he's slowing down. He thinks he's under there, and yes, he is. He's got that there, so there is 1 away. Dave Winfield just moving out to left field and seeing some action straight away and doing what needed to be done. 2 outs left for the Cardinals to find 1 more one. Reggie Smith steps in now, looking to, well, he's got 1 run to make up. Cardinals need to find it somewhere here in the top of the 9th, as the visitors are looking for 1 run to tie up. It's not going to be there. Watches that one go past for a ball 1-0. As Reggie Smith waits to get the ball that he needs to get through. Steve Arlen known for his faster pace here. There comes the 1-0. Fouled off there as that goes down the right field line there. Reggie Smith is coming through, doubled in the previous. Before that, a foul, an error and a foul to get on base. He'd quite like to get the pressure and the double on there if possible. Next one comes down. That's going to be strike 2 through the middle of the zone. So that's a 1-2 count for Reggie Smith. He's going to have to be careful here. 1 out, 1 run behind here in the 9th. Steve Arlen getting ready to pitch the speed once more. There we are. Reggie Smith makes contact. Is going down the line of right field. Bobby Tolan is going to stop that going any further, but it's got there. That's the single. Reggie Smith getting a base hit and giving the Cardinals the tying run at first base, and the go-ahead steps in now. That is going to be Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons intentionally walked previously to close out the 7th inning now was his chance here. He's the home run hero, homered in the 4th inning. He drove himself and Reggie Smith home. That once again would be something that the Cardinals would very much like to see. And Simmons just sees that one go past him for ball 1. It's 1-0. And here he's looking to get ahead in the count, which he's done. He's looking to get his teammate over from first. The takeoff. Next one comes down, fouled. There as that just sneaks into the backstop. There as we go 1-1. Everybody's looking here. Steve Ireland getting ready to fast pitch, keep the tempo high and keep him off pace. Once more, Ted Simmons hits that one there. It's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be picked up there by Daryl Thomas. There's one away. Fit in the back, goes down to Colbert. There's the second away. And it's going to be a double play to finish off the game here. And the crowd realising what's just happened there. Behind after the 4th inning there in San Diego, though, making up. They took their time to get there with a 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and that gives them 6 runs to the Cardinals, and they're not able to find that back again. With the final wave as they come off the pitch, Steve Ireland is just taking the juice there, and he's... We'll just wait to see. He's not going to be giving up. Just remember the rules then. So the win is going to go to Dave Tomlin there. And Steve Ireland is going to be credited with the save. The final score there, Cardinals 5, Padres 6. If we want to go for the big line across the top, Cardinals taking their 5 runs, coming off 9 hits and no errors on the show on there, with Padres 6 runs there, coming off just 5 hits. Again, solid production coming off the base running there. 1 error charged to the Padres. That is a bad handling there from Willie McCovey back earlier in the game, but nevertheless, even though that error brought an extra run in, the extra run to make sure the victory went to the San Diego Padres. Final score here for KCBR, myself, Ewan, Spence. San Diego Stadium sees St Louis Cardinals 5, San Diego Padres going 6. It's 3-0 in the series. Padres will be looking for the sweep tomorrow. Cardinals will be looking to go ahead in the head-to-head, which is 3-3 for the season. So the big question, and it's not really that much of a question, how much is the I-5 traffic jam still traffic jammed? Sally, let us know.
That was Sunday the 9th of June as the Cardinals visited the Padres. This broadcast should not be considered a complete or fully accurate historical record. Nevertheless, that, to the best of our knowledge, was our story of the game. And we thank Sports Reference, Retro Sheet and Crafting the Call for their support.